Hey, good buddies, what's up, and welcome into the Good Buddies Show, where we talk about all the anime. It's new. I decided to just lay it on you just like that, you know. It's hard to call this a podcast right now, or a review, because we're not really podcasting or reviewing. We're doing some short episodes, so... The Good Buddies Anime Show.
We took a little time off. We took a little time off, too.
Yeah, everything, for the most part, has been getting delayed, so why not the Good Buddies, too?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
I had to spend some time getting ready to go back to work or whatever. Everything's kind of opening up back here. Maybe too soon, but who knows? Who's to say? But I was getting ready because, you know, I wanted to have my job and everything, so... mentally bracing for that, and also desperately trying to beat freaking Persona 5. One of these days it will be done.
Well, let me be the first to say that it's good to see you, my good buddy Roger.
It's good to see you too, my good buddy Brandon.
Yeah, man. Damn, you still on that Persona, huh?
Yeah, dude, 105 hours in, baby.
Good lord. Well, I thought for sure that, you know, when Final Fantasy VII Remake dropped that I would be a little bit behind. All my friends would beat it before me, and I'd be real bummed out. So I just slammed on through that thing, got the platinum trophy and all that. And as I found out, nobody I talked to who has that game is playing it.
Well,
anyway,
that might be a conversation for another day. Let's tell them what we're talking about today. Let's tell the good buddies what we are going over today. Cute little show.
We're gonna be talking about a little something that I as I said previously, I am trying my good golly gosh darndest to slam on through at least one episode of every new show, just as I did before. I'll be straight with you. There's a couple I couldn't get through one with. But one of my personal favorites that dropped this season, it's spring season 2020, is a little something on Funimation called Kakushigoto. Awesome show.
Yeah, my dad's secret ambition.
Yeah, the title's a pun because it apparently neither of us speaks Japanese.
Yeah.
But as I understand it, it is a pun meaning not only like writing job but also secret.
Yeah, secret and work of drawing.
Yeah.
And
so,
the fellas the titular Kakushigoto is a mangaka. He is a manga artist.
He is indeed, and boy oh boy, this show's amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm currently caught up on it. I believe there's 5 episodes out.
6, I think.
6? Yeah, 6 out, which I'm fully caught up on all of them. You watched a couple, yeah?
Yep.
What do you think so far, bud? Give me your gut instinct, gut punch.
I think that it's a pretty cute show. I think it's another anime. Like, it doesn't have a dub or anything like that, so that might be off for some. For me personally, no. It does have the rapid fire text where
it does.
Where you're like, holy crap, I have to legitimately pause this to read and follow what's going on.
Yeah, if you want to catch all the jokes, it's going to take some use of the pause button. And maybe this is one that, like I've said before, the subtitles for Funimation on PlayStation are not great. I very often just miss jokes. So what I've been doing is streaming it from my phone, and it at least shows everything.
Yeah. But it's a pretty cute anime. It's about a guy who is a mangaka, and he draws like ecchi manga.
Dirty pictures.
Yeah, he draws that dirty manga, and he absolutely does not want his daughter to find out.
He's terrified and ashamed.
The first instance of it happening or whatever. This isn't really a spoiler because it happens very early in the show. Is her being born, and the doctor recognizes his name, and he's like, you draw this book, you write this book, which is called Balls of Fury.
Yeah, there's Balls of Fury.
Not to be confused with the ping pong movie.
Not the ping pong movie. There's Balls of Fury, and then the one he apparently is currently, like, later on, we find out is working on is called Tights in the Wind, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So he desperately does not want his daughter to find out what he does.
And it is admittedly shameful. Like,
yeah,
that's something I don't know that I would readily talk about with my friends and whatnot.
Sure. But it leads to obviously some funny situations of him trying to hide this from her.
Yes,
and she
it's
is very adorable as well.
Oh, the kid's so cute, and he takes so many precautions. He wants her to believe. He wants her so badly to believe that he is a businessman, that he goes to an office every day and, you know, punches his clock and does his paperwork and types his stuff.
Yeah.
He leaves, he drops her off at school wearing a suit, then goes to his actual job, changing on the way because he can't work in the suit.
Yeah.
In fact, if he had his druthers, he'd be fully nude when he was drawing. It's very good.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It reminds me, it's similar to Barakamon. I could see the comparison there.
That's actually why I recommended it to you, because you had told me about that, and I was like, this kind of feels, I don't know.
Yeah, Barakamon is essentially another, he's just an artist. He does like paintings and stuff like that, but he has a violent interaction which leads him to being sent to an island to calm his mind or whatever. And it's a very country island, like, you know, like Texas has, you know, your cities and your more rural areas where it's a far more country. That's like the island, the rural area in Texas or something like that. That'd be like the island in that. So there are all these,
essentially in exile.
Yeah. So, and then, you know, it's got the show revolves around him dealing with the village children or whatever, particularly one child. And it's just it's a very cute, like wholesome, I don't know how to, like, an adult-child relationship or whatever. It's a very nice, wholesome one. It's very similar to, like, uncle or aunt or something like that, big brother. I actually recently became, as of yesterday, 2 days ago, I am a 3-time uncle now.
Hey, my boy.
Yeah, my brother Tommy had a beautiful baby girl named Madison.
That's adorable.
Madeline. Sorry. Maddie.
Wow.
They call it Maddie.
Wow.
They call her Maddie.
Did you just say they call it Maddie?
No.
You definitely did, and then corrected to her.
I did, dude. I'm terrible.
No.
I have a niece and nephew also named Corin and Camry. It's weird having a new kid. And God knows whenever I'll be able to see her because of the current world going on, but
God,
you know,
all
I'm trying to get to is that I understand the relationship. I have tons of fun with my niece and nephew. So I always like anime like this. It comes across really well and really fun to me. And I think the show's pretty cute.
Yeah, and that's the thing about our guy is that, so kind of like Barakamon, it does deal with the relationship between this guy and this younger child. But unlike that one, rather than being put into exile, this guy is essentially self-quarantining his job from his daughter. As we already said, it's pretty funny because you see a lot of shots with him, like, you know, dealing with his co-workers, and you get a bunch of little inside jokes about the manga profession and the different ins and outs of that. Meanwhile, this kid is cute as a damn button and just so nice and a little bit clueless, because there's a few times where she does get very close to seeing what's going on, but you get the feeling she really wouldn't care. Of course, she just loves her daddy. It's a really sweet show, and I'm having a lot of fun watching it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cute. By the way, my niece does know that I have a YouTube channel, and she's asked me several times. She is 8 years old, and she's asked me several times for my YouTube channel. And I have avoided that conversation and that link like the plague. Yeah,
buddy, she's gonna
that.
find those what's that game?
Yeah, Uncle Roger. She doesn't need to see Uncle Roger playing Summer Sweetheart, okay?
She really does. Oh no, you got to put up some nice like little videos of you doing Animal Crossing, and maybe she can catch those.
Yeah, we're actually about to have an Animal Crossing video on the channel where we bought bells on eBay.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, the niece and nephew can't see it, but this show is very cute. I really am enjoying it, and I definitely would recommend people that are looking for something a little more wholesome. These times right now, they a little rough. So this will definitely, I think, put a smile on folks' faces. Now, if you're into like just straight action and stuff like this, probably not gonna be for you.
Probably not.
But if you like funny little cute shows, then this is a good show. I quite enjoyed the couple of episodes that I've watched, and I plan on continue watching more.
Yeah, it's very cute. It's very fun. It's very funny. There's, I believe it's episode 2, maybe it was 3, where you have a whole subplot of several different women thinking that the dad is flirting with them.
Yeah.
And oh man, it's like one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like it is not terribly often that an anime I'm watching makes me actually fall over like laughing, screaming. This definitely hit it a couple times.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's real cute, real fun, a little bit slice of life, a hefty dose of comedy. I like the art style. It's very simplistic, reminds me of
it's
like
very,
a simple manga.
Yeah, it's very manga-esque.
Yeah, it's super cute. Sound design is decent. You know, there's not a whole lot of like music to speak of, but it all sounds quite good. There's bits where he's drawing or flipping through pages and you can really hear it coming through, which is kind of, honestly, it's a little bit of a weird thing having it look so simple and then like having a pretty rich sound coming from that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just a good show. I'm really having fun with it. It's super adorable.
This show does do a lot of cool things with like patterns and stuff as well.
Yes.
That's something I always like to see in anime. The first one that I ever saw that really stuck out to me that does something similar to this. I mean, we've talked about a few of them on the channel now, but I can't pronounce the first name of it, but it's the Count of Monte Cristo anime or whatever.
So there's another anime that's running right now that is another one I'm really into, also on Funimation. I'm just going to shout it out briefly. Wave, Listen to Me. Does a lot of the same thing, and I was really trying to figure out how to describe that thing, like where it's the pattern but it's not moving while the characters are moving. Right. And I actually found like several different things that refer to it as the I think it's like a moving plaid or non-moving plaid background. It's a thing that you see quite a bit in American cartoons. Chowder was a really big one that did it, but I saw a lot of people talking about how the Count of Monte Cristo did the same thing, that anime you were just mentioning. So I was like, oh yeah, okay, we got there. But
I always think
it's something that happens a lot.
It's really fun. It's really unique, and it can add just a little extra something to a show. And I think for such a simplistic style, adding the patterns and stuff in there is a good move. And it made the animation a lot more interesting to me. It's a lot more fun to look at.
Yeah, man.
I think it's pretty good. The open and ending are pretty cute. It's just, I would say it's a fun show, and if you're looking for something to lift you up, it's definitely worth checking out, in my opinion.
Yeah, man, it's a pretty good time. And that's a pretty good recommendation from your good buddies.
Yeah. I also like the coworkers as well. I thought they were pretty cute.
They're incredible.
His team. What's the brooding one? Ami, I think, is her name.
Something like that.
She's got the little front ponytail. She's super cute. I love her.
I love her. There's a great episode that comes up. Maybe it was episode 3, where they take like a group trip together.
It's episode 2.
That is
to
episode
the beach.
2. Yes, to the beach. And the power ends up going out and they're just drawing all night. There's another one more recent, I want to say 5 or 6, where it's all like they all end up in a hotel room, and like our main guy gets there to find the blonde one is already in the hotel. Like they're going there for a little retreat, like to get their art done, like, you know, do some stuff. He finds she's already there and she just came out of the shower wearing a robe. And so he's also wearing a robe, and then everyone shows up, but they're like, oh, sweet, robe party. So everyone's just stripping and getting in robes. And it's like, yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it when the power went out, dude. She was over there doing some Junji Ito scribbles and stuff.
Yes.
It was great. But the whole team is really good, and they do a good job in the show of really letting you know who the characters are or whatever. Like, you don't even have to know their names to know, like, this is this character or whatever.
Right.
They're really easy to identify with, and it makes them super fun as well.
Yeah, gives you a good feel right away. It's a lot of fun, man. One of my favorites this season, I would say, you know, I've got maybe me trying to watch at least an episode of everything. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 shows that I am 100% these are the best ones. Mm-hmm. And that's definitely one of those. I love this show. It's very fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. So I guess we're gonna go ahead, and this is another little short episode that we're doing. No full podcast. We'll get to that when we can and start doing it. We are gonna do a return to format next week. Yes. I'm pretty excited. We're going to. I think we're getting good enough with this audio stuff. Assuming this one comes out and it sounds pretty good, where we're recording remotely or whatever, that I think I feel confident that we could do and produce a pretty decent review. And that review is going to be High Score Girl 2, Season 2 of High Score Girl.
Yes.
If you guys haven't watched the first, we did the review for the first season and then the review for the OVAs, go check those out if you haven't, because I really cannot recommend at least those. I can't recommend them enough. Yeah. I really, really love the show. I obviously do gaming stuff on the channel as well. So I love video games. Your good buddy Brandon loves video games. And this show really does video games and writes a cute story around it. And it does it all justice. It's really cool. I'm sure I will go on and gush about it when we do the review next week. But that will be our traditional review of recommendation.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. I actually have been saving it to watch before we did the review. I haven't watched it at all yet. But,
yeah, me neither.
I'm stoked about it. So that's what we're gonna clear through, and we're gonna talk about that next week. I don't know if it'll come out normal time, but it will come out sometime in the coming week or so. We're gonna record it whenever we get a chance, and then I should have it up within a few days after that. So totally. I say next week, so I would say give me 10 days. Yeah, somewhere in the next 10 days. But it'll be up, and of course I'm putting up more content on the channel of the gaming stuff too, so check that out if you want to. We really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for being patient as we're working through these awkward times.
Yeah, man. And Roger, not for nothing, might need to update our little logo there, since you had to go and trim your old chin hairs.
Yeah, I had to cut off my damn beard. Which was very long.
It was very long.
And now it is very gone.
It is all the way. You got a little bit of the, what's he going by now? A Dax Harwood. You got a little bit of that going on with the stash going into the chops. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's get on you, baby boy.
Something cool, man. I had to do something.
You got that modified saber tooth going.
Yeah, the Lemmy.
You got the Lemmy. That's it. Go ahead and hit me with a little Ace of Spades. Come on.
The Ace of Spades.
There it is.
The Ace of Spades.
Oh, I love it. Well,
let's get on out of here before we ramble and before we go into a legitimate ramble.
Yeah, let's break it on down. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We love having you. Look forward to our next episode, which, God willing and the creek don't rise, will be a proper review of High Score Girl Season 2. Thank you, everybody on the YouTube channel, Rapid Cake Media. Leave us a comment, like, and subscribe. We really appreciate you guys. Anybody who's listening to the podcast, we appreciate you guys as well. And if you're not checking it out, you can find us on pretty much anything: Apple Podcast, Android, Google Podcasts, all the stuff, Stitcher, etc.
Heck, I'm pretty sure we're there on most of them still. I haven't checked in a while.
I mean, boy, it would suck if we weren't, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for listening. Quick shout out to our good buddies Married with Seamonsters, a.k.a. the Mary Janes, for use of our opening theme song. R.I.P. that band, I guess, but we still love them so much. Check them out on Spotify or on marriedwithseamonsters.bandcamp.com. Only place to get our title track, which is Paperdoll. Of course, a shout out to our good buddy
Thomas Tastes Better.
Thomas Tastes Better on Instagram for our closing theme on the YouTube portion, which is, of course, The Buddy's Good. One more time, that's Thomas Tastes Better, all one word, on Instagram. And, of course, a shout out to our good buddy, A Petty Theft.
Yeah.
There it is. Even remotely, we can't stop the puppetetas. Thank you so much, Petty Theft. Again, Petty Theft. That is how it's pronounced. 2 P's at the beginning, 2 T's at the end. Petty Theft. For our closing theme on the review on the podcast portion of the show, which of course we're still calling Sweet Anime Dreams. You can find Papetti Theft on Twitter and on SoundCloud at Papetti Theft. And I think that about does it. Let's not belabor it any longer. Roger, it's been good. Love seeing your beautiful, now slightly cleaner face.
Thanks, man. Love seeing yours. Love hearing that voice.
My boy, my beautiful boy. And I think that about does it. So from all of us here at the Good Buddies Anime Show.
Yeah, Good Buddies Anime Show.
I am your good buddy, Brandon.
I am your good buddy, Roger. Love you.
Love you. Bye.